I'm Adam Booth and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Well, controversy at the AIBA World Championships. Nothing unheard of there, right? Now, the World Championships have been held in Russia, okay? They've just had the quarterfinals. The semi-final will be tomorrow, so Friday. And already there is controversy surrounding the event, okay, which we'll get into in a second. Now, it's important to note that the Olympics, okay, they were actually threatening to pull boxing out of the Olympic Games due to corruption and all this kind of thing. Okay, they feel that there's brown envelopes or there's intimidation tactics on the judges and referees and all this kind of thing going on. So rather than try and find out where the problem is and root out the problem, they threatened to pull boxing out of next year's Olympic Games in Tokyo. Thankfully, they haven't done that. In fact, they've taken another route and actually suspended the AIBA from participating in officiating anything to do with boxing. Okay, so quite clearly the Olympic Games identified that that's where the problem seems to be. And the AIBA have done themselves no favours this year in the World Championships in Russia. And fact being, okay, now Frazer Clarke, he defeated a Russian fighter in the quarterfinals yesterday, which the Russian fighter was Maksim Babanin. Now, it's heavyweight, and Frazer Clarke, he's obviously going to be the favourite for to be getting a gold at the World Championships, and he could well be the favourite for next year's Olympic Games as well. Either way, he defeats the Russian fighter by a split decision. Now, when you watch the fight, it's a very, very close fight. So whoever won that fight, the loser can't claim robbery, okay? Because it's not a robbery. A robbery is when it's a blatant, no way did he win that fight at all. This fighter won by X amount of rounds, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this isn't what happened. The fight was that close. And Frazer Clarke, British fighter, he got the decision. Okay, and as I said, the fight took place in Russia. The Russian Federation lodged an appeal, a complaint about the decision, and the AIBA reversed the decision. In other words, they went against the judges, which is the first time it's ever happened. Now, they can overturn decisions based on maybe some incompetence of the referee, for example. If he docks a fighter a point here or a point there, what have you, and then they review it and say, well, actually, no, the referee shouldn't have docked a point here, then that could actually get a decision overturned, okay? And again, that could be down to error by the referee, okay? So I kind of agree with that kind of policy. But what I don't agree with is that if the judges score a fighter as the winner, then what is the point in overturning it? In other words, what is the point in having judges, okay? Because whoever lost this fight has no grounds to complain about, say, how I got robbed in that fight. So had the Russian have got the decision over Frazer Clarke, British fans and the British Federation and all these kind of things could not complain about it because the fight was that close that you can't say, nah, we don't agree with that, therefore it was a robbery. You can't say that. The fact is, Frazer Clarke, he got the decision in Russia and the Russian Federation lodged a complaint about it and the AIBA overturned the decision. So therefore, Frazer Clarke, where he was guaranteed a minimum of a bronze medal, has now been removed from the semi-final. So the guy that he beat, Babanin, is now into Friday's semi-final. Now, I'm not doing this as Frazer Clarke lost, you know what I mean? They overturned it because it's Frazer Clarke and blah, blah, blah. It's not about that. It's about the fact that this is one of the reasons why the AIBA cannot be trusted at the Olympic Games. These guys want to complain and moan and bicker and bitch about the fact that these guys are not involved in the Olympic Games. Well, this is why, because you have stupid decisions. I don't know whether, were they paid to overturn this one? Did they feel intimidated, so they had to overturn it because it was in Russia? I don't know what it is, but either way, you cannot overturn a split decision. You can't. If a fight is that close, you cannot overturn it. What is the point in having judges if you're just going to go against the judging? It doesn't make any kind of sense. Anyway, listen, I'll put an article to it in the description box. You guys can go have a look for it for yourself. But as I said, okay, this isn't about the fact that it's Frazer Clarke and he's a British fighter. Not at all. Because I'll be doing exactly the same thing had it been the other way around. Okay, because for me, regardless of the fact that he's British, and of course I want him to win, of course I do, but I always want fair and justice. And this is not fair at all. You can't get a decision where you're guaranteed at a minimum a bronze medal and then just get it pulled from you because the home country doesn't like it. And the AIBA caved in. Listen, that's my thoughts on it all. Of course, you guys drop me yours. Maybe you guys have a bit more info than what it is that I have. When it comes down to amateur scoring and all this kind of thing, I ain't an expert at it, okay? I've never claimed to be so, but what you can blatantly see is that there is a wrong going on right here. And this is why, or one of the many reasons why, the AIBA cannot be trusted to be participating in the Olympic Games. As I said, my thoughts, you drop me yours in the comment section below. Click the thumbs up to this video and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one.